Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of September 30th. Before we get started, let's thank the wonderful Patreon supporters. We have Mario Casillas, RetPallyRocks, Nick Rada, Peter Burnham, RetSpecOps, and Joe Glocks. Thank you guys so much for that support. Appreciate it so much. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on this week in WoW, and there's going to be quite a few things to talk about actually. Let's go over some of the more basic stuff here first. We do have the Arena Skirmish bonus event going on, and we have the PvP Brawl or Arathi Blizzard. If you are fans of PvP, there are a few PvP events to do this week. We also have the Harvest Festival starting later this week, like a fall festival type thing. Not as much stuff to do as in Brewfest or something like that, but you know, it's just a little holiday to commemorate the fall. And then we have, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, and then we have the Darkmoon Fair starting up as well this week. So you can take part in that. All the stuff there we always talk about, pets, prizes, mounts, games. Obviously hoping to get that updated, you know, to more modern times. We always mention it every week, but that's where we are with it for now. And hopefully it gets even better. I always say I had a lot of fun when I went and did all the stuff in the Darkmoon Fair. I did it at one point, all the games, and it was really fun, all the achievements. And then, of course, we still have Brewfest going on as well. So Brewfest, I mentioned it last week, of course, but Brewfest did add some new stuff to it. So if you haven't done Brewfest, they added some really cool weapon appearances. You do like a feast thing. It's kind of similar to the soup event from Dragonflight, if you remember doing soup. However, it's not exactly like that, of course. It's a little bit different, a little bit more involved in different ways. But there's an event going on, and you go to your home city, Horde Alliance, right? So Alliance, you go to Ironforge, you go do the event. It's at the top of the hour, so like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, etc. And you just do the event. It's really simple to do. You could do it even if there's still, at least the last time I was there, a lot of people there doing it, but you can get it done without too many people there to do it. So it's not super hard or anything like that. You just have to participate basically, and you can get that. And I believe there's also a new mount as well that you can get from doing Core and Dire Brew, I believe. So you can also do that. So you can queue for Core and Dire Brew in the group finder thing, and you can try to get him from the cache. I believe it's like a beer stein looking mount or something like that. I'm not sure though. I haven't really seen anybody on it, so I don't know if not many people are doing it. But yeah, I'm not even sure. But there, you can do Core and Dire Brew as well if you're into Brewfest. Now, probably the most exciting thing for this week, in which we always save the best for last usually, is that we are going to be having a Q&A tomorrow. So on the 1st, we're going to get a developer Q&A type thing about midnight. There's going to be some questions answered that, you know, people wrote in and asked. Usually these are very timid or mild questions, not anything too hard hitting during one of these, but they'll basically answer questions that they want to answer, that they want to talk about anyways, but they frame it in the way that somebody's asking a question about it. And occasionally maybe somebody asks a question that they didn't think about, and you know, then it's like a legitimate question in that way that they didn't think about, but they did want to share it. So they'll be going over more stuff for midnight, and obviously I'll be covering that. I'll be doing videos on anything pertinent or anything newsworthy that comes out of that. And then of course the alpha is going to be starting as well. Like I've mentioned, I'm not going to be in the alpha, barring any weird stuff that happens at the last moment. My channel is not quite big enough to be automatically invited into something like that, but I will be covering it from afar, keeping up with what people are doing and reporting and features and everything like that, and giving my own takes on it, which is the best I can do for now. Of course, when we get to the beta, obviously I will be testing out anything that I can, and anything else as well that I enjoy, which is a lot of things, but I do focus a lot on the Ret Paladin stuff. But I'll be testing that stuff out once the beta hits. But for now, for the alpha, we're just going to be, you know, keeping news updates, letting you know what's going on, reporting what other people are finding, and, you know, doing our best from afar, essentially, is what we'll be doing there. So very excited for that to get started as well. All kinds of stuff to be going on. And then we head in October. We got Hallow's End. So a lot of stuff coming up very, very soon between the alpha, the Midnight Alpha, all these holidays going on that I enjoy. I enjoy Brewfest. I enjoy Hallow's End. I then enjoy the Christmas, and then we get into Christmas season. This to me is more like the WoW season, more than the summer is, at least for me, for whatever reason. And so, we're getting into like the really fun times that I enjoy, like doing just little stuff. It might not be the most intriguing or whatever, but stuff that I really enjoy doing. Whether that's with my son or just doing my own. My son really likes Hallow's End, for example. He likes just going and collecting the wands and stuff. But this is kind of the time of the year that I start to really like WoW as we get into fall, as we get into October. So that October through like January, February is really like the peak WoW time for me, I would say. So that's it for this one, guys. Like I said, we'll be keeping updated with all the news that comes out this week, and all the news that comes out in the coming weeks with the alpha. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel helps me out the most. If you're already a subscriber, I encourage you to go check out the Patreon. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.